So you give me an assignment.
You can share your screen.
To do. Yeah,
that will be
share.
better.
Have you seen my screen? Ṣé mi kọ́ mo ṣe àyìn? You know mo ṣe àná, ṣùgbọ́n mi mo ṣe àbá. So the assignment you gave me was. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen. So we worked on subnetting. Okay, I see.
No, we work on security group. This is the assignment you gave me. Demonstration. So we did research to create NSG. Yeah. So I think I did, but that the what you gave me. Here they said. Under setting, I want to go to click basic to change to advanced mode. I didn't see that anyway, so I don't know. But this is what I created. This
training NSG, okay.
So I want to create one in bundle. I did this one.
Okay now. So inbound route, do you understand what this is all about?
Yeah, now it's allow any HPP, any whatever that is coming from HTTP.
So give an example of a traffic that is HTTPS bound.
I don't even know it.
Let me ask your senior colleague because I showed that.
Senior colleague.
Are you there?
I don't think he's there.
Hello?
Yeah, how are you today?
I'm fine.
Okay, so I've created an inbound on a new NSG that he did. So of course, the inbound rule was to allow any HTTP inbound. So you open a port 443 and all of that. So the question I was now asking him is that, okay, so by this action now, you mean, you now said, is to allow traffic. Okay, so what sort of traffic is going to be coming into the subnets now, or the machine, depending on the total attach NSGMO? So that's what I'm asking you so that you can help him out.
So you said what kind of traffic is going in, Nabi?
Yeah, I wanted you to elaborate more. We're looking at 443 TCP allowing. So what more information can you give out regarding that particular?
I cannot even say anything more than what he has said.
lie. I cannot. Timba, because I did discuss later.
It's HTTPS inbound. Wow, I know it.
I know you do.
Wait, hold on. Let me try and remember. I feel like I know it. Wait, we said it. We said it this morning.
I remember. I said it.
We said it. I'll manage time.
How did you do the bathroom?
HTTP, HTTPS. I know that. I swear I forgot it, but you said it this morning. But I thought I even wrote it down. No. I know that HTTPS, you said, is the secured one. So we can't use HTTP for a server that is not secured. I think that's the only thing I remember.
Okay.
It's our guard.
I am here. I'm listening to you. Okay, so okay, let me now ask you. Basically, where does this traffic come from? HTTP traffic. Hello.
Yeah.
Where does this traffic come from?
Oh.
It's coming from HTTPS protocol.
Help me pause that thing.
Yes, coming from HTTPS protocol. No, the protocol is called HTTPS. That's the protocol.
So it's coming from a secured server.
Yes. The S means that the traffic is secure because it contains an encrypted data. Okay. So the port is that this traffic would talk to is port 443 rather. Okay. And the only thing I'll be expecting the two of you to say now is this. So I'm going to say it.
Wait, don't say it. Wait, don't say it.
Okay, I will not say it.
So that means any traffic coming from any other port apart from 433, it will be rejected and blocked. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, well.
Consider the other rules.
You just refrain the English because we know it's incoming traffic.
Yeah, I don't understand the student I'm having. The two of you, you be playing me like, I will say something now.
And that means that only secured network is allowed to enter the traffic, Abi?
Yes, we know, as you have specified by your lordship. We have seen it. So
what
look at where you have Azure portal. Okay, maybe you are what can you see there? You have portal.azure.com. No restraint here. Portal.azure.com. What can you see there? What can you see before?
Then at Kunle or Shine Gmail, so they put
that is after. That is after. Before it.
That before what? Sorry, the hash key. The hash key.
That means HTTPS.
Exactly.
FBS.
Exactly. So what is HTTPS? Kine, what type of traffic are you trying to allow here?
Traffic from Kunle or Shine. I don't know. I'm just
It's traffic. It's traffic that is that means it's configured to allow traffic that is coming from HTTP from HTTPS now.
Okay, so the reason why I don't want to say this is something senior colleague. When I say something it's something you all know, or maybe you are not looking to that direction. The reason why I pointed you to that for every tab, see your calculate display in paper, you will see that HTTPS, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
It means it's secured.
No, that's what they are. So when you see a protocol. Okay, let me not waste your time. I want you to understand this. Okay, so anything that is HTTP or HTTPS is a web-based.
Website. Oh God! God! I wanted to say that too. I said internet.
It is web.
I know I discussed it with you this morning, and I told you, remember, that is why you have what we call a URL.
URL.
Do you understand? So the traffic we generate from a URL. Storage and they'll give you where you have your blob.com.windows.com. You understand? You see in my hand. So any traffic that is web-based, that is coming from anything web is HTML, right? It will come if it is not secure. That is the please. I just want you to understand this. It's not part of the training, but you should understand it. If we create a simple web file, and we can, all of us can have an hyperlink to each other. We can be sending messages to ourselves and all of that. In as much as it's within all of us. So it's basically an HTTP protocol, which is so can the port of the other one.
HTTP?
Yes. The one without the S.
Port 80.
Yeah, port 80. Yeah. So sometimes they call it port 80, sometimes they call it port 8080, depending on it's still the same thing. So, but why? Because we can all send message to ourselves. So, but based on attack over the time, over the years, cyber attack. So, of course, the security aspect of internet communication began to go to a new level where every data that we are transmitting has to be encrypted. So, your HTTP protocol, you now had an encryption to it. That encryption is either familiar with website data, you'll be seeing something like SSL or TLS. Something our concept. So I'll make here, especially when you're sending an email, TLS, no matter what, look at the transport layer to encrypt the data. So Kini, next thing, any you encounter?
Yeah, it's actually have. This is what I don't understand here. It says click basic to change to advanced mode. I did not see that.
No, you said under settings, select inbound security rule. Notice that you can use default rule to hide the. As a missing a company. As a missing a company. If it miss is create, wait for the new energy to deploy, explore inbound and outbound rule, select your NSG. Notice the NSG can be associated with subnets and clinical interface summary. Notice the 3 inbound clinical interface under settings, select inbound security rule. Okay, under inbound security rule. I click elect basic. Yeah, from there.
Only. Basic. Because basic in there. It says to match DB. It now says select basic, click. It says click basic to change to the advanced mode. And there's no basic here.
I don't think it has nothing to do with what you are doing. That's nothing. Okay, Madam Umi, I was telling you something in the morning where I was showing you but I configure storage here, where I was showing you the firewall. And I told you the image in the training moving coin is older than what we had gotten.
Yeah.
So we would have made changes to it. So the idea is for you to understand the concept. So don't worry, there's nothing. You are good to go. You are good to go. And did you attach it to any subnet? Did you attach it to any machine? Okay, then let me check the last instruction. So, okay, why not create another inbound port, open your port 3389.
Where did you get this assignment?
Last class.
Last class.
Okay. Hey, family assignment in my
No. Leave the star there. Leave the star there. Leave the star there. It's
I'll be coming in and out, Neo.
Okay, no problem.
Looking to join.
So leave down, leave the ending. So this is what you will change. So pick RDP now. Well, that's the port number. But you already buying B1, scroll down. You can add. So can you see how you are creating your security now? So now this one I have opened that port called for 3389 for RDP. So which means that if I attach NSG into any machine, it will automatically have access to the port. Okay. So that makes sense. At least minister. So artificial network security there. So we will do Azure firewall now. So let's go to Azure firewall. Firewall LED you must understand. It's good now. I watch it. So I'm going to share my screen now. So we'll go to Azure firewall and then once I actually understand the virtual network, I mastered the whole was it virtual network.
It's 7. It has not risen up. I don't know what I will do. Maybe I will even do pop today.
Yeah, but you test join now. I remember.
Let's go.
You did the multiple choice. Join.
I did not too much.
Yeah.
Northeast, because that's the job of the east. But that means
Let's move into.
Mom. Yeah. Are we gonna eat it?
Another one of Africa, let you know.
What do you mean? Okay, so now we are moving into the firewall now. So this is a concept you must also try. So this is a concept you must also try to have a little understanding on. Okay.
Okay. You are not sharing, no.
I'm sharing a check.
Oh,
Can you see my screen?
oh, really? I was still glued to that old screen.
Are you sure?
I've seen it. I'm seeing it now.
Okay, I've seen it now. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So your company is spread across multiple Azure regions. You still remember your region, you know,
Yeah.
from the data center, and then within a data center, you have data center. Within a data center, you have a lot of racks, right? Then you have what we call availability zones. So in an availability zone, you have minimum of 2 or 3 data centers, right? Then
Yes.
within a region, you have 3 availability zones. That's about 9 data centers. So your region will be something like East region or West region, maybe 10 in America. Then I think there's a central US region too. So that would be about 3 regions.
The
So,
second year region, yeah.
do you understand? So now when they say your company is spread across multiple Azure regions, so it means that you might have a branch of your company in New York, another one in California, then our cities all over in the middle, you know, by way map of America.
So, quick question. Yeah. The region, Canada is part of the region. Is it possible to be in Canada too?
Yes, it's possible, but just that it's in another country.
Okay, so how do we say that a region that is in another country
Is an Azure region. It's an Azure region. Azure doesn't categorize by country. It categorized by region. They call it geography. They categorize by geography. Do you understand? They categorize by geography. So the reason why of course, they are scattered all over the world, but based on the fact that some, you know, these data protection, European data protection rule, in GRPD, that most European countries want their data to reside in their own country. I also believe that American too, and then especially China, you can't even anything in China cannot even go out of China. You understand? So Nigeria, Africa, you understand? So it now means that what they are trying to say is your company is spread across multiple Azure region, which means there might be a Canada branch, there might be an Europe branch, you know, and all of that. So let's say they are spread across like that. Of course, they want to follow the policy, that JRDP policy now. So you will create a virtual network like a private cloud. You know, your virtual network is like a private cloud, right? That private environment, nobody's disturbing you. You put it in that region. Why? Because everything, the virtual machines, all the storage server, everything that you want has to be in that region. Let's say the one in Canada. Because Canada will not allow anything that is in their country to be, you know, their data has to reside in their country. You understand? For example, if you are running, no matter what the business you are running, the people that are patronizing you are their people, right? You understand?
Okay.
So, you understand? The people that are patronizing a branch of your company there are their people. For example, if you are Coca-Cola, there's no way Coca-Cola, in as much as online marketing or online, all these online things people are doing now, like Amazon and all those things. If there's no way I will order Coca-Cola in America and they will go and bring Coca-Cola for me from Canada. You understand what I'm trying to say? You are the owner of Coca-Cola. Yes, we agree. You are an American company. Yes, we agree. But that Coca-Cola will have a factory there in Canada. Okay? Because the law in Canada, we don't want you to be imported. They don't even import things. My sister there said the times 10 you won't go to all of it import. Where you need to buy it because they will bill you. So which means companies to, when I have mandated company to say, oh, you are not saying you should not pull out, but come to Canada, come and build the same factory, give our people job and all of that. So the idea now is, if you are even saying you want to order Coca-Cola, they will not give you the Coca-Cola from America. They give you the one that is made locally right there in Canada, right? So it means that the user, the end user, the buyer that is using that product is in America, is in Canada. So all the information, everything you want to use about them, everything resides there. So countries like Canada would lay an embargo on their data. Of course, even America, even UK, even the whole of Europe, right? So we already know that one. So all these policies are already built into Azure. Sure, you understand. So it not means that because you are the owner of Coca-Cola, and your Coca-Cola is virtually everywhere in the world, but it is the people, the local people in each country that are consuming the local content, right, of your Coca-Cola.
Mm-hmm.
So all the data you are generating, all the whatever as a business, you generate a lot of data, right? What data that generating most risk in those countries. So let's just use Azure regions to represent those countries,
Okay.
which you must understand. So now, because you are a large company, what you now have to do is very simple. Each of your sites or head office, no, I don't want to use the word head office. Each of your company, sites. No, let me use the word site. We have their own private network. Each of them, the one in America, we have his own private network. Or let's assume that America has about 3 sites. One in California, one in Washington, another one in New York. It is spread out. Then maybe another one in Edmonton in Canada, another one in London, another one. Another one. So good. So the one in London will have his own private network. The one in Edmonton will have his own private network. The one in New York will have his own private network. The one in California will have his own private network. But California might be the headquarter of your company, right? New York might be the headquarter. Anywhere, the headquarter. So which means that when you say the word headquarter, you're talking about a central system.
Yeah.
Right? So headquarter means so there's a central coordination. Do you understand? Which other centers has to report to. So, but because their data has to reside on those different countries, then their virtual network, which is the resources, must also reside there. So what you do is you create different virtual environments for each centers like that, and then all the tools that they're going to use, like maybe their virtual machine or their storage account, that is meant for those each region or each centers, you must provide for them. Do you understand? But albeit, all those centers, all those centers now would need to use some common resources. Some common resources. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. That is, no matter how decentralized every one of them are, you are still an organization. It's just that you are trying. At the same time, they are connected to the center.
Okay.
We are connected to the center. So, as I said, from that center, the center is your headquarter. From that headquarter, the virtual network there is the central coordinating network for the one in New York, the one in California, the one in London, the one in Edmonton, the one in Nigeria, depending on anywhere you guys are. Okay, so that headquarter. So we now introduce an idea on Azure that we call hub and spoke kind of networking. Hub and spoke kind of networking. So there's a hub and there are spokes. The hub is the central network. Spoke, different ones that are scattered all over the world. Do you understand? Because you're going to be seeing the diagram, and then I want you to also get it. So your company is spread across the Azure region. So the networking infrastructure includes multiple virtual networks. Look at this statement: multiple virtual network. Of course, if you have 6 centers, you have 6 virtual networks plus the central, the headquarters. So multiple virtual network and connection to an on-prem. So let's assume that you have a data center, your physical data center, your server room, that is centrally coordinating everything you are doing, right? We have a network. You know, my network there, to my dad drew, to the anything else to Azure at all. So the IT staff, which is you now, concerned about malicious, try to infiltrate your network. And then you get Coca-Cola. You know what that is? If people should attack Coca-Cola, you understand? So you now need to implement Azure Firewall, and you need to configure Azure Firewall to deny incoming and outgoing threats, while you're allowing legitimate traffic. You understand? So that's what that is all about. Let's determine Azure Firewall uses. What are they used for? Azure Firewall is a managed cloud-based network security service that protects your virtual network. So when we say cloud-based, we are saying it's within the cloud, right? When we say managed, we are saying Microsoft managed this from beginning to the end. It is not like your virtual machine that you are going to be configuring and configuring. No, it is Microsoft that manages it for you. Do you understand? So
yes,
when you use the word managed, if you use the word managed disk, I tell you this disk is managed by Azure or by Microsoft. You can have an unmanaged disk. An unmanaged disk is the disk you yourself you have brought on to the Azure to use. You understand?
okay.
So it is fully stateful firewall as a service with built-in high availability that is always available with an unrestricted cloud scalability. Scalability means you can scale up and scale in, scale out and scale up. You understand your scalability when you can increase the performance and all. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you can centrally create, enforce, and log applications and network connectivity policy across subscription and virtual network. So these are other things you can do on your Azure Firewall. You can create network connectivity policies. You can enforce network connectivity policies and then log applications on network policies using Azure Firewall. So your firewall uses a static IP address. Don't forget this statement.
Static IP address.
So when we say static IP address, what are you trying to say?
Statics, that means it doesn't change.
Yes, you're right. It doesn't change. The other one is dynamic, that changes. Right?
I can't hear you.
I was asking, do you know, the reason why it doesn't change?
Why it doesn't change?
Yes.
Because it's remote.
No, not really. So why it doesn't change is that, of course, a lot of resources we need to be speaking to Azure to get
because
their
you can
validation.
troubleshoot instantly.
No, not really. A lot of resources has to be speaking to Azure firewall. The firewall looks like your door, your iron door at the entrance of your house. Do you understand? You can't be changing the key all the time. You understand? Can't be changing you can't be moving the door from one part of the house to another part of the house. You can't be moving it. That means you are going to be breaking the wall. So it means that anybody going through the door. So now when you put firewall at the edge of your network, your firewall is doing one job, is disallowing and allowing. So what does it disallowing? It is allowing traffic you do not want. What does it allowing? It's allowing traffic you want and are permitted based on the policies, what it calls by connectivity policies. You create it, you enforce it, you log it using connectivity policy across your virtual network. So you now put the public IP address there because it's the public IP address that other resources because from this your virtual firewall, Omawa means central or Bruin. I told you there's a technology they use called hub and spokes, right? Your hub is the one at the center, which is your headquarters. So you now put it at the edge of your headquarters, at the edge of that network. If you put something at the edge of that, you should know that other networks from your different locations, we need to be talking to the main network, right? You need to be talking to the main network, that main network, the central network. But all those talking, you have to pass through a firewall. So now imagine if you are changing your IP all the time. Only 1.1, change network, change connectivity on you, lose connectivity.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like each time you have a door to your house, you have a key to the door. So you can only give the key to those that you have trusted. So let's assume you have changed the key and you now say, oh, I trust you. Oh yeah, go into my house. The person will get there and say, what's going on now? If you give my go to change. That kind, imagine a friend of yours, Ricky. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Exactly.
So
yeah.
If you say, but you can ask questions like, but in order to increase the security, you can also change it to dynamic now because when you change IP constantly, it also increases the security. Yes, it does, but not some resources must not be changing IP address constantly. Why? Because other configurations are done on those IP addresses. Other resources are talking to those IP addresses. So it means that when you are changing it, you have to go and be doing a lot of changes all and you now go to other network and now begin to configure that I've changed IPO. Yeah, go and change. You understand?
Just like when you change house here, you have to tell the NITE and NITE post. I mean USPS. You have to tell a lot of people that you've changed your address. If not, your letter will not be delivered. Understand?
It really shows that you are following the exact example that someone saying gone in live scenario, because everything is directed to that house address.
Yes.
So house address here. At the night post, at this, at the once they put your name there, that name is attached to that house address.
To the address.
You understand? So, but you know that you can give night post an order. That is, let me go back to centrally create and enforce. Right?
Yes.
You can give night post. Let's say night post number. Say night post number create or
USPS.
USPS. You can give USPS and say any letter coming to my house, if it's not from so and so, I don't want. It's not possible.
It's possible.
It's possible. Alimati Sheri, but it's possible. You can actually
go there. It's a special service. Yeah.
You don't mind paying the special service, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
They will take time to sort out anything. So exactly, it's a firewall here. Ṣé create the rule there. Ṣé create rule and enforce it. Let's get. So when you have 10 letters, they will take time and say, this person has requested for a special service, like you said, which they might ask you to pay for. And they'll say, he only requested that only letter coming from so organization or so person will come and deliver from Yoku. So they will gladly remove it and destroy it, right? And then send the one. They might now notify you, because before they destroy, they might notify that, we received 10 emails. 2 are from out of your jurisdiction. I mean, out of your the one you stated.
Restricted, yeah.
Restricted. No, 8 are from out of your restricted, but 2 are within the thing that you say you want. So we are bringing, they will say, now we are bringing the 2. They will now ask you, should we go ahead and destroy the remaining 8? That kind of notification or confirmation.
Yeah.
So your firewall will do the same thing, because your firewall will say, I am seeing an unwanted traffic. Somebody is trying to shoot into your network. Do you understand? Especially on hackers. He will tell you, will notify you. You can say, should I go ahead and deal with them? And as you go and deal with them, delete them and do all those stuff. Check to answer exactly just the way. Now you get the idea now. So why? It means that, let's assume that there is somebody that is, people used to do this thing they call cyberbullying. Cyberbullying,
Cyberbullying.
Yes, but before cyberbullying, there's a sort of bullying, whereby somebody can be sending a spam to you, like a letter, and they are threatening you. You understand what I mean? Like a letter.
Yeah.
They know your name, they know your house address. They will be sending all those letters like a threat. You understand?
Yeah.
So if let's assume you have threatened, you cannot go to the USP and say, I'm receiving some life-threatening letters. I don't want to receive them anymore. So any letter that is not from this so person, just like I've sold that select. So if anyone send the letter, or don't send letter anything, to be interesting, you can assume maybe they are teenagers and they are doing it for fun. But you are not finding any funny. You are not finding any funny anymore. You have gone to set your firewall rule with the USPS, right? So even if they write 100 letters, USPS will never deliver that.
Exactly.
You understand the idea? So that is one of the things that your Azure firewall does to protect. So of course now your sanity will be back. You'll be happy that nobody is threatening you and all of that. So now Azure firewall uses a static public IP address. Yes, public because every other thing to communicate with you. For your bottom network resources, allowing outside firewall to identify traffic originating from your virtual network. You know what this means? So why? I want other networks from London, from Edmonton, from Canada, all those other networks, they too have firewall. They too have firewall. So that's why they call it outside firewalls. So that those firewalls would have saved this guy's IP. They would have saved this guy's IP. The IP static. They will have saved it. So they already know this IP belongs to the firewall from the main, what's it called? From the central.
IP address. From the central, yeah.
So, allowing outside firewall. Okay, sir.
Come and listen to music. Come in. Why don't you go eat? I thought you went to eat. You want music? Sit down there. Stop disturbing me. Let me play music for you. Hey, Jama Pino. Okay, sorry.
No problem. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back now.
Okay, good. So, like I said, the firewall uses public IP. So I've explained this to you, and so the service is fully integrated with Azure Monitor for logging and analytics. Okay. So now let's look at this diagram, sir, because you need to understand this. So tell me
Hold on.
this diagram.
Limbo. Kill it, so.
So now look at this diagram and tell me, explain this diagram to me. Hello, are you there, sir? Hello? Hello, sir?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
I think my network is not working. So microphone.
I think it's your network, not here. Nigeria is working. Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now, sir.
Okay. My device, my headphone network, microphone is budget.
Yeah. So you have removed it, I guess.
So I'll be using my laptop speaker.
Okay, good. I'm on speaker too. So I was saying I've been explaining Azure Firewall to you in relation to some other concepts that are captured in this image. So you can capture this image, you can screenshot this image. But my question now is for you to look at this image and explain this image to me based on the
Okay.
that are
Hold on. I will explain to you.
study it well before you tell me anything.
Hold on, let me capture it, then I'll tell you.
Okay, you can study for like 30 seconds.
I've not even studied, I'm still capturing. I'll just capture it. Okay, now. So, according to what we've been discussing, so what we're discussing is that the spoke and this thing you are talking about, we have two of them on the left side, and each spoke contains two virtual network each.
Two what?
So I said the spoke, each of the spoke 1, spoke 2, contain virtual network, virtual machine, two virtual machines.
Okay.
And the whole spoke is spoke virtual network. So user configuration, L3 to L7 connectivity policy, Microsoft Threat Intelligence, non-malicious IP and FDN. So threat intel, NAT network, application traffic, filter rules, allow inbound and access. That is designed by default. For which one is this? Central virtual network. So what do you want? You said you want me to explain, right?
Yes, sir.
So based on what we have been saying, like the firewall, there's a communication between the two spoke, general the spoke virtual network, and then user configuration L3 to L7 connectivity policy. So Azure to on-prem traffic filtering. So this firewall will only allow threat intel, NAT network and application traffic controls and inbound access. Then otherwise traffic is denied by default. So okay, so when this thing was set up, when the firewalls was set up, every traffic was denied. So there was now a firewall configuration that allows some certain connectivity from some known malicious IPs and FQ, NDS, something like that. That's the difference. Hello? This is Ogoti Momo.
Okay.
Moshi.
You are 50% correct. And that's good. But based on what I've explained to you, this is your central VNet, what you call CIPA, like your headquarters.
Yeah.
And then this line is telling you there's a connection between your on-premises and your central headquarters virtual network, right? So you're not just offering Azure to Azure relay to an on-premises traffic featuring. There will be featuring. Talon help you filter Azure firewall. Why open as filter? I've explained to you the idea of this spoke. This spoke too is your ARMS network, your virtual network. It will be paired to, in order to be talking to this machine. I say machine, this via network. Then one way or the other, and they are pairing too. Firewall is connected. One way or the other is connected. So within the machine, within the fire network, that's where you have, of course, like you said, I love what you said here when you said everything was denied initially because traffic is denied by default. You now begin to open those ports one after the other. So like threat intel, NAT, network and application traffic filtering rules. Rules they create Luri NSG will be somewhere here. If it is going to the internet, like for 3389 or 4448, you now open it. Soft threats of intelligence, known malicious IPs and VPN. Then user configuration between layer 3, layer 4, layer 5, layer 6, layer 7 connectivity ports. Okay. So now I want to ask you a question, which I know I've taught you. So within this Azure now, Azure Firewall, within this virtual network now, see Azure Firewall, one know if there's need for you to speak to your on-prem gateway, to your on-premises server, what tools Luma help when to speak to them?
To speak to them, you use security and security NSG. I say
No.
security network gates, Abi.
No.
What did you say? Hello?
Network gateway.
You say?
Now. You're going to have a network. A network gateway.
Oh no, ni mo sọ. Mo sọ pé NS network. No, ni tó kọ́ ni mo sọ ni.
SG network.
Network yín ó ń break voice yín.
Hello, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, I was saying that your network security group is different from your network gateway. Network gateway.
Oh, NAT nìyẹn. Network security group mo fẹ́ sọ.
Yes, it's different from network gateway. So in this image, when you are on Azure, when you are on Azure, and you need to speak to an on-premises network, there must be a gateway, something like a door that will open you up to your physical data center.
If you want in security gateway.
Of course,
Okay.
of course, that is look at the way we call it network security group. There are rules that you group together to work on a particular resources. Rules in it, you group them together. Okay. But I was just saying that if there's need for you to speak to your physical data center within the organization, you need something must tie the cloud and the physical together now.
So you're asking me what I will use, Abi?
Yes. So and I've answered it. It's called network gateway. So it's the gateway that you will deploy. So now that gateway.
Network gateway. Hold on. I am sorry, no.
Okay, so that gateway at the edge like this, maybe see line in UI at the edge to this edge, it will now create what we call a virtual private network, which is your VPN. So the one about VPN. So you create a VPN directly from the Azure down to your physical data center. But something will be at the edge here. At the edge of Azure, you have your gateway network, and then at the edge of your on-premises, you have the gateway client. Okay, so create Azure firewall. It's recommended to use your hub and spoke network topology when deploying a firewall. So you have learned about hub and spoke, right? So whenever you want to use firewalls, you should use an hub and spoke. So the hub is a virtual network in Azure that acts as a central point for connectivity for your on-premises network. When you spoke about virtual network that appeared with the hub and can be used in isolate workload. So traffic between the on-prem, Emma will statement here. Traffic between the on-premise data center and the hub, we use what we call an express route or a VPN gateway connection. So anything coming from your on-premises, physical on-premises, that's physical server or data, they will towards one. If you need to speak to your virtual network, you have to use express route. But express route is very expensive.
Can you scroll up a little bit?
Look at this diagram again. So I'll quickly look at this diagram again and explain what you have seen in this diagram.
Professor, can you scroll up a little bit? Okay. That's fine. I've read what I want to read. Let's go back.
Okay. So please look at this image. and explain this diagram to me or to us.
Okay. Senior me. Hello, can you hear me?
I'm with you, sir.
Okay. So the diagram on-premise network, virtual machine, security, VPN gateway, firewall, hub, virtual network. That is hub and spoke. This is the hub side. Azure, Bastion, virtual network, diagnostic, Azure, security group, resource subnet, virtual spoke. This is the first Azure monitor, first virtual network, hub and spoke, hub virtual network, spoke virtual network, Azure firewall, Azure network. So this is just ọ̀nà mi dẹ̀ ń gbọ́ àti sọ̀rọ̀.
Ọkùnrin ẹsẹ̀ mo rẹ́rìn bí bẹ̀bẹ̀ yẹn ṣe mo ní ẹ ṣe wá ń ṣe bí èmi báyìí tó bá di pé kí n explain diagram mi ò rí nǹkan kan. I was just saying that ẹni ẹnu mi ṣe wá ń gbọ̀n báyìí ó fọ́ mi. Every time I need to go out, it's in diagram lady job. Me more for me.
Okay, so
yeah, fire.
Okay, let me just try a little bit. This hub is actually serving as a connection between the several spoke network that we have, and then from what I can see, we have a security group there. We have a device firewall, and we have the gateway, VPN gateway network. So first of all, the gateway network, VPN gateway network is the thing that is being used. Oh, what is it called now? It's the is it an app? It's not an app. It's the resource that is it a resource? No, it's being used, to connect to the on-prem network. And the on-prem network, we have two virtual machines in there too. So from what I can see, the firewall allows communication between the two spoke virtual network, which have three virtual machine in two different one the same resource subnet, the same resource subnet, which is and the subnet has a security group, one security group each. So this Azure Bastion mi ti gbọ́ rí náà, pairing virtual network mi ò gbọ́ rí náà. Actually, what I can see is that the firewall allows communication between the hub and spoke. I mean, between the two networks, the hub and the spokesman. Sorry, and the spoke virtual network.
So, what I won't be by saying. If you can close your eyes, you see that there are 4 parts, or perhaps 3 parts. Number one, there's an on-premises connection. Number two, there's a central hub, central value, which is called hub.
Yeah.
Then number three, the spoke. So once you have that understanding, kí ló fi yàtọ̀ sí nǹkan tó wà níbí báyìí? Kí ló fi yàtọ̀ sílẹ̀? Kí ló fi yàtọ̀?
Ní tó fi yàtọ̀ ni pé kò sí pọ́ọ̀bù níbẹ̀ yẹn.
Kò sí yàtọ̀ nínú bẹ̀. Kò sí yàtọ̀. Because here is your central architecture yẹn nìyẹn. That's the backbone. The architecture is the backbone of what you want to do. Here is the central network. Then here are the ones from different centers called spoke. And they have shown this line to you that one way or the other, they are communicating together. They have shown this line to you that one way or the other, they are communicating together. But they are just telling you that the firewall at the central VNet is affecting virtually everything here, right? And then they have shown you this. So they only went further to explain this diagram. That's why I intentionally wanted you to speak about this diagram. Maybe you will see it. Now look at it. See your hub network. See your on-premises network. See your spokes. See what they are. Then we already have that understanding. Then diagram.
So what you are trying to say now is that the hub represents the central network.
Yes, now, as you know,
And change of name, no, yàtọ̀ náà ni.
I said hub and spoke. Then it can also be called central. You understand? The same thing. You get it? So within the central here, which is the hub, so you have look at these resources that you are looking at. Okay, for now you are seeing 3 resources. Okay, so it shows that these are shared resources. Shared resources. That is, all these resources are shared by other network. You know, there's a network here called on-premises. There's another network called spoke, right? Now, how are spoke 1 talking to your hub? They are paired together. Look at it. Pair virtual network. As you can see it, it's pairing. They pair them together. How does spoke 2 speak with your hub? It's paired together, right? This thing here, what is this?
Security group.
Yes, you never even mentioned it. So
I mentioned
within your spoke virtual network, you have, of course,
I said you have one subnet,
right? You have a lot of, let's say, you might have few subnets, but within this few subnets, within this particular subnet, there is a security group here, which means they would have set some rules that will allow and disallow some certain things, right? According to what you have done. Okay, the same thing that happened here, the same thing that happened there, right? So now there's another line coming from spoke to Azure Firewall, another line coming from spoke to Azure Firewall, and the line coming from spoke is called first tunnel. That is, the tunnel means that it's creating something like a virtual private network directly into each spoke. Okay, into each spoke. Maybe there's another net firewall here that would link them together and link them together, right? So now for your if you really officially first tunnel, you can't have anything like first tunnel here going to on-premises. But its own kind of tunnel is called virtual private network. So you will need a virtual private network gateway, your VPN gateway, to open up access to your on-premises network. So whatever notice there's a VPN gateway here inside the hub network. Then there's a VPN client here. So this will be able to form your VPN line, right? So what else do you have? You have Azure Monitor, which is a tool that is monitoring the diagnostics coming from Azure Bastion, as is also monitoring Azure Firewall, the connectivity issues, and then all the connectivity from the on-prem. So everything is being monitored by Azure Monitor here. Okay, so basically, Basically, that's how it is. So I hope you are taking the screenshot of this. So once you have this
I want to
understanding,
take that. I want to take it now.
once you have this understanding, virtual network cannot be an issue anymore. Okay. So let me know once you are taking it.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
All right. So there's something I want you to know. The benefit of this topology includes cost saving for centralizing services that can be shared by multiple workloads, such as network virtual allowances, DNS, and the single location. So the idea is this: sharing Google and whatever one central network is, they are shared services. What I mean by shared services, which means instead of coming to deploy Azure Bastion here, of course, which might not be able to on premises, or instead of deploying Azure Bastion in this spoke network, Meta, you only have a centralized one, and people can connect into this machine using this Bastion. Okay, you only have one firewall instead of creating firewalls into 3 different places. Only one firewall can set the rules, and then all the other spoke are using it. Then your VPN gateway, of course, is a central. So overcome subscription limits by pairing virtual network from different subscriptions to the central. Separation of concerns between central IT and your workload. So the idea is that what's that?
Show me. Mo rí DevOps mẹ́rin.
So what they are trying to say is that, for example, all this workload here for this spoke network, you can be for your workload, for your DevOps. Why this one are for your infrastructure for security? Why this one can be for your, they just separate different from work. Okay. So typical use of your spoke network architecture. So the typical examples are workload in different environments that require shared services. So these are the shared services: VPN gateway, Azure Firewall, Azure Bastion. So there's a whole lot of them like that, called shared services. So for example, you can have your development and testing environment that require DNS. Okay, shared services are placed in the hub. Shared services are placed in the hub virtual network. So each environment is deployed to a spoke to maintain isolation. So different work in their spoke and everybody will share. But the central connecting team is within the hub. Okay. So workload does it require correctly but require access to shared services. All right, let me move on. So create an Azure firewall. How do you create an Azure firewall? So there are 3 kinds of rules that you can configure in Azure firewall. Remember, by default, Azure blocks all traffic. If you remember the other diagram, not this one, the first diagram, Azure block all traffic. Traffic is denied by default. So once you put Azure into your environment, it blocks all traffic. Now you could go, they open them one after the other. You understand? And bless you. Bless yourself. So now there are 3 rules, right? The first rule is not root connection. The second one is network root connection. And the third one is application root connection. Yeah. So for your NAT rule, you can configure Azure firewall destination network address translation. Destination network address translation to translate and filter inbound traffic to your subnet. So each rule in the NAT rule collection is used to translate your firewall public IP and port to the private IP and port. Scenario where night-through might be useful at publishing SSH and RDP and non-HTTPS applications to the internet. The night-through the route traffic must be accompanied by a matching network to allow that traffic. Okay, so what this is saying basically is that there's what we call network address translation. Okay, so what it does is to translate your filtered inbound traffic to your subnet. So each rules now, we did this collection. Yes, your NAT rule is used to configure public traffic to private one. So control NAT rule for it. So when you are setting it up, so these are the parameters you provide. A name to label, protocol is TCP or UDP, sources is specific IP address, destination address, of the firewall that you will inspect. Okay, destination ports, TCP UDP port that the rule will listen to on external IP address. Then translated address, the IP of the services, so three types of rules. Increasing function machine. So the network rule, any non-HTTPS traffic will also be allowed to flow through the firewall. Must have a network rule. So any traffic that is not internet, a web-based internet traffic, because anything web-based is so any of those traffic web-based traffic will be allowed to flow through the firewall, and they must be able to have a network. So, for example, if your resources in one subnet must communicate with resources in another subnet, then you will configure a network from the source to the destination. I don't know if you understand. Can you read this network rule? Let me see if you get what I'm trying to say.
Any non-HTTPS that will be allowed to flow through the file must have a network rule. For example, if the resources is one subnet, if resources in one subnet must communicate with source in another subnet, then you configure a rule that from the source to the destination, configure setting include a friendly label for the rule, protocol, TCP, UDP, ICP.
So what do you think they are trying to say here?
Okay, so for the network rule, since all traffic are by default blocked, so to create a network rule, it's saying that for any traffic to be allowed through the firewall, you have to create a network rule that will allow the communication between the two, that will allow the communication, but that will allow the traffic to pass through.
Okay.
That means because a non-HTTPS actually is not secured. Oh, HTTPS track S, it's the same thing. Any non-HTTP track S. So that means any. Okay, so now I understand. Any traffic that is passing through that is not coming from the web server.
Okay.
You have to create a network rule for that from the source, from from destination.
So you already see now the protocol, source address, the destination, the port. So let's look at the application rule. So read the application rule.
For the application rule define fully qualified name that can be accessed from a subnet. For example, specify the Windows subnet network traffic through the firewall. Configure settings include all those ones.
Okay. So when you are doing application rule, what do you define? This rule define your FQDNs that can be
Define
accessed
FQDNS, yes.
from the subnet, right?
FQDNS.
Windows update network traffic can be allowed to pass through your firewall because it's a fully qualified domain name. A fully qualified domain name means google.com, microsoft.com. Okay. So the last one.
Rule processing. When a packet is being inspected to determine if it is allowed or not, the rules are processed in this order. The first rule is to determine is the network rule. The second one is application rule, network and application.
Okay. So let's do another lecture.
Okay. You are configuring the Azure firewall. You need to allow Windows update network traffic through the firewall. Which of the following should you use? Select one: application rule, destination inbound rule, network rule. Update network rule. Sorry, application rule. Is there anything that's application rule? Wait. Is there anything like application rule? I know there's network rule. Not rule. Yeah, there's application. Not rule, network rule. You use application rule just like the third one we just did.
Okay. Correct.
You go there.
Okay. Next question.
So your company wants to allow external user to access an Azure virtual server with a remote network connection. Which of the following items will you implement on Azure to allow this connection to take place? First and foremost, to access the virtual network, the virtual server. So, your company wants to allow external user to access an Azure virtual server with a remote network desktop connection. Which of the following item will you implement into the Azure into the firewall to allow connection? Select one: service stack, source network address cancellation, destination, service stack, external, allow external user, remote desktop connection. So on a good day, everything is blocked. So source network address cancellation. Source network address cancellation. Service stack. Source, I'll pick source. I'm not sure, but I'll pick that. Destination network address cancellation. Okay.
See, your company wants to allow external user to access your virtual server. The external traffic, the traffic coming from the external user is the source.
And that's why I pick source.
No, now the traffic is coming from the source to enter into the destination resources now. And because it's coming from your firewall, we now use destination network address to translate it to a private IP, which is your destination. This was the first thing they call it.
Okay.
You understand? That's the first thing. It's a destination network IP. You use DNAT to translate Azure firewall public IP to the private IP of the virtual network. So the last one.
The company wants to allow access to an Azure SQL database instance using a FQ Danes address. Which of the following type of room should you configure to the firewall? SQL is that's not network, that is a database. SQL is database. I'll use NAT.
Are you sure? I'm acting like him now.
He didn't say are you sure, so that means it's not. It's either it's not there. Or
When you were looking at the three type of configuration on Azure firewall, which of the configuration also dark or FQDN?
that's the application. That's the application.
So imagine if you pick NAT now, you are already it's just
Yeah.
You see, when I said, "Are you sure?" I tried for you.
Stop touching your eye. You don't want the music again? No.
So let's look at Azure DNS. So look at firewall, let's look at DNS. So this one too, man, so many of them, don't worry, you will get it. So let's look at this scenario. Azure DNS enables you to host your DNS, your domain on Azure infrastructure.
You see, don't swallow it, chew it. Where is it? Now swallow it. Take it back.
So your Azure DNS enables you to host your DNS record for your domain on Azure infrastructure. So with Azure DNS, you can use the same credential, same API, same tools and billings as your other Azure services. So your company obtain a custom domain name for a new website. You need to use Azure DNS to manage this. So let's go. So first of all, identify domain and custom domain. So initial domain name. When you create an Azure subscription, an Azure AD domain, it's automatically created for you. So this instance of the domain has an initial domain name, and is in this form: domain name dot or Microsoft.com. The initial domain name is intended to be used until the custom domain name is verified. Okay. So a custom domain name can be something like akimakesta.com, right? So for a custom domain name, the initial domain name cannot be changed or deleted. So you can, however, add a roundtable custom domain name you control. A custom domain name specifies the user sign-in experience. Users can then use credentials they are familiar with. So for example, if you have like contosogo.com, be assigned to contosogo.com. So I will explain what they are trying to say to you. There's nothing to come back on. So you must be a global administrator to perform domain management tasks. A global administrator is the user who created the subscription. Okay. And your domain name in Azure AD are globally unique. So when one Azure AD directory has verified the domain, that directory cannot use that name. All right. For a custom domain name can be used by Azure AD, custom domain name must be added to your directory first. All right. So how do you verify your custom domain name? When an administrator adds a custom domain name to an Azure AD, it is initially an unverified state. So Azure AD won't allow any directory resources to use an unverified domain name. Only one directory can be a username, the organization that owns the domain name. So after adding the custom domain name, you must verify your ownership of the domain name. Verification is performed by adding the DNS record. So the DNS record can be MST and TST. Once DNS record is added, Azure will query the business domain. We query the domain for the presence of the record. This could take several minutes or hours. So when Azure verified the presence of DNS record, it will then add the domain name to the subscription. So this is how custom domain name are being recorded. I will explain what they are trying to do. There is what we call Azure DNS zones. During names, we saw domain names in virtual network. We don't need to add a custom DNS zone. So there's a DNS zone host that DNS record for your domain. So to start hosting your domain, so basically these are things that you do. Is a concept that is quite funny on Azure. But I don't see reasons why they put this concept there. It knows what it's doing. Then to delegate your domain to Azure DNS, you first of all need to know the name servers for your zone. So each time a DNS zone is created, Azure DNS allocates name servers from a pool. Once the name servers are assigned, Azure DNS automatically creates authoritative energy record for your zone. So when you copy each name server address, make sure you copy the trailing period of the end of the address. The trailing period indicates the end of the 5.5. So the easiest way to locate the name server assigned to Azure is through Azure portal. In this example, the zone consistor has been assigned for 4 servers. This one. Okay, try domain. So let me just show you what they are trying to do so that it won't be boring. Let me just show you what they are trying to do. So I'm trying to open it up. Okay, so basically let's type DNS. You can see that you can create what we call a DNS zone. Okay. I don't think we have any DNS for this guy. Yeah. The owner has deleted all this. Okay, I think it's better you practicalize it because so when DNS, so you create your DNS. When you create DNS, that's where you'll be able to delegate your DNS and work on child domain. If you want to keep up a separate child zone, then delegate a subdomain in Azure DNS. For example, after configuring the console.com in Azure DNS, configure a separate child zone for partners.console.dns. Okay. Setting up a subdomain follow the same procedure as typical definition. The only difference is that any record must be created in parent zone console.com with the Azure DNS rather than the domain register. Okay. So DNS and child zones can be used in the same or different resource group. Notice that the record set name in the parent zone matches child. Okay. So this is how to supply the DNS record. Okay. So I'll show you how we also edit private DNS zones. So when using private DNS zones, you can use your own custom domain name rather than the Azure provider. So using custom domain name helps you to tailor your virtual network architecture to best suit your organization. To provide name resolution for Azure, which is a virtual network between and between virtual network. Additionally, you can configure zone named the split horizon script. This allows you to private and public DNS shared. Right. When you have Azure private DNS, so these are some of the benefits similar to the other one. Okay. Low level resolution scope to a single virtual network. So in this scenario, you have a virtual network and the resources in Azure, including virtual machines. So you want to resolve the resources from within the virtual network to a specific domain name, which is a DNS zone. You also need the name resolution to be private and not accessible from internet. Furthermore, the VMM, within the VNet, you need Azure to automatically register them to DNS. Okay, we'll explain this one. It's a bit cumbersome. The above diagram in one contains two VMs, VM1 and VM2, right? Each VM has a private IP address, which is 10.004, 10.005. So when you create a private DNS from the lab, I think it's VNet1, Azure DNS was automatically created to a record in the zone to enable auto registration. DNS query from VNet1 to resolve to lab will receive DNS responses that contain a private IP. Okay, so basically this is the lab. This DNS is not something that would be useful. So now let's demonstrate. Let me send you this and demonstrate the DNS resolution. It might really be of help.
Put it down. Down.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Okay, so I'm sending you a chart. So
Okay.
I copy it that day. So just
Fine,
to
sir.
demonstrate, I'll join you. I'll be explaining to you why you are creating it on your portal.
Okay.
The concept is a bit funny.
Wow.
Yes, I check chats and then you can share your screen.
Okay.
Okay, let's give me a minute. Let's give me a minute while you do that.
Okay.
You can share your screen. You have not shared your screen.
Okay. Okay, screen shared. Abi? Wait. You only know.
Okay, so have you seen it?
I want to this thing. Èmi náà mo ṣe gbogbo eléyìí mi gan o.
Yeah, sure. You know, but let's see deployment. Yeah, this is a field developed deployment now.
On the 16th. Mi gan.
Because
Madam Wumi. This thing is Friday. Last week Friday.
yeah, that's fine.
a ṣe gbogbo ilé ìṣá.
Ṣiṣẹ́ kan lọ́jọ́ yẹn náà tó fi ń béèrè access.
Ok, gbà ẹ ni. Ok. Ó mọ̀ pé kò ṣe mi ò ṣe lè.
Ok. Okay, so go to the this thing I sent you. What's the first action?
Access their job portal. Search for DNS zone service.
Okay, let's go. So create DNS zone.
Create DNS zone. Name. photoshow.ana.com. Kí ni mo lò yẹn gan-an?
Akimakesta lẹ́yìn o. Can you type Akimakesta?
Akimakesta. Resource group wo ni kí n mú?
Can you use your which one? Èwo lè má sábà lò yẹn, ṣé kí n ṣe Azure policy yẹn lè má sábà lò? Or use your training RG.
So ṣé akimakesta dot kíní kan mọ̀ á lò ní? What with your eye? Tí mo gbà á.
Ṣé kò tó ní kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nìyẹn?
Kan tó sùn ló ní kó kọ̀.
Ṣé kan tó sódò sí internal lọ ní kẹ́kọ̀ọ́?
Contoso.internal.com.
Okay, wait. Let me guide. So okay. So that would be akimakesta.internal.com, right?
That was what I used.
Okay, so now use your subscription. Then let's select resource group, Abi. Now to select location, which is East US. So go to next. Go back to previous. Go back to previous. Are you sure that Akimakesta is the correct spelling? Okay, I think. Okay. So go back, go to that, go to next. Then review plus create. There's nothing. Just create it. So go to resource. Just give me a minute, please. Okay, so now that we have created your DNS zone, let's add a DNS record set. Therefore, I'll also require. So click on record set. Plus set. Very quick on your zone is akimakesta.internet, right? So on your record set now, to view the different type of record. Notice how the type information changes. Change record type. Change the type to A and enter this value. So you click to type here, different type lemari. You see? So type A is your IP address, which is IP4 address. Type AAA is your IP6 address. Then your CAA, what's the possible? Certificate authority to authorize certificate. CNAME for canonical name. Link your subdomain to another record. MX for mail exchanger record, right?
Yeah.
You want to be exchanging emails. Sorry. You want to be exchanging, you must that domain must have a record, mail exchanging record. Then name server record too. Then we have SRV, which is called service record. Test, which is test record. PRT, which is pointer record. That's which is record there. So, but the first record ever create is that first one, which is letter A. And letter A is simply for IP address. So click on letter A. So now, alias record sets. Drop it down. Let's check what is there. Leave it by default. Okay, alias recorded are only supported for. But wait to turn it to yes. Value might not be here. No. There's no alias. That's what I see. No. That's what I see. No. You go back to your name at the top before the type. So type capital letter A R record. No. Capital letter R. And the remaining is small letter. Remove the small R. Okay, so IP address. I want to see the IP address here. So type 1.2.3.4. Just a sample app just. Click outside. So click OK and save that record. Okay, so for me now, you can refresh your portal. So clear notice in the portal is, can you see that you have a name server?
Yeah.
4 name servers. So the name servers now is NS1, NS2, NS3, NS4.
NS4.
So name server, you have 32 Azure, DNS.com, then .dns.net, DNS.org, DNS.info.
Info.
So these are the different type of name server in case if your Akim Orchestra is .com or .net or .org, depending on the. So scroll down a little. Scroll down a little. Scroll down. The last one. Okay, let's notice here.
We'll notice notice name at this is the one we created by ourselves. I think this is our default. This is the set
You can see it by yourself. So that's the DNS record now. Because I create record here. But one other ones see one better, right? The first art is a name server, which is our NS1, NS2, NS3. The other one is the SOA, which is a standard something, power. Okay. So let's use PowerShell to view your DNS information. So open your Cloud Shell, or maybe your PowerShell from outside. I don't know. You prefer this one from outside, I think?
Suspicion.
So what do you do now?
I'll confirm my suspicion.
Before you confirm your suspicion, what do you do?
My on Kini. My this thing. I want but I know I will run something.
You need to first of all sign in.
Yeah, my sign, yeah. We don't share why no.
You can copy this one, but this is not the first thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure what why.
What copy? Only live somewhere. connect dash EZ account. The last line, and you can copy. The last line.
Elaine.
Mm-hmm.
That's not partial, not good.
No. Are you sure that's correct?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Paste it again. The second one here now, alone connected to Windows. Wow. So it goes to base suspicion. So just go and set the suspicion. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Second one.
Go on.
Are you yes, sir?
Provide a valid tenant. No, Elaine now.
Close down your PowerShell. Put it on again and then log in again. I'm making mistake.
I'm on. Yeah. Mo lọ lu ti kíní ni. Ṣẹlá.
Iṣẹ́ ẹ̀la ilẹ̀ lò yìí náà.
Mo ti wà òkè báàbí.
Iṣẹ́ ẹ̀la ilẹ̀ lò yìí náà. I have to use PowerShell wizard in context.
Ṣé ṣẹlá lélẹ̀?
Yes, now. Do up arrow key. Wait. Do up arrow key. One more time. Now press enter. Enable to acquire token for tenant. This must use multi-factor to be able to access this. Is run with additional parameter. Tenant ID. What is ṣe rí ibi kọ́kọ́ do up arrow key.
Bẹ́ẹ̀.
Okay, at least sign. Second one, like a sign. First one, let's sign. See.
And lè science.
Long science the first one.
Màá ṣe wá lo
Louise
settings.
confirm wait. Certificate tenant ID ló gbé wá. Now he's now asking certificate tenant ID yàtọ̀ sí subscription ID. Ìyẹn ló ṣe ń sọ fún yín pé kíní because ẹ ti lọ rán nǹkan sí ẹ̀kẹ́ náà. Press enter now. So it's still saying, so do you know what to do? Do up arrow key. Now, ẹ wá síbi òkè yìí. Ẹ mọ bí yellow line yẹn, the second line níbi yellow line tó sọ pé additional parameter ẹ copy láti dash tenant ID to 5C.
Níbo ni ẹ?
There are red lines and there are yellow lines. Trace the yellow lines. The second yellow line. Yes. So highlight ibi tó ti sọ pé additional parameter. Highlight tenant ID àti àwọn figure tó wà wájú ẹ̀. Tenant ID. Start from the dash.
From dash tenant, abi?
If I can specify, no worry, just highlight. So copy. Do Control C. Ẹ wá ṣe Control V ń bí báyìí. Ẹ wá right click ìsàlẹ̀.
Control V ìsàlẹ̀.
Press space. Then right click. Draw ẹ padà just one space ẹ̀yọ kan péré lẹ need. Ẹ má pàṣẹ ẹ̀yìn rẹ o. Then right click and paste as plain.
Take your come on.
Just do tab or front arrow key or forward arrow. So you paste here.
No paste there.
Oh, okay. So remove that. Remove that. Now press enter. Unable to acquire token for this is you must use multi-factor authentication to access tenant. This please rerun connect easy with additional parameter. It's immense. So the you're welcome. Do up arrow key. You are going to connect this account. Up arrow key. So do space. Now right click and paste. So that's tenant. No. Don't remove that. There's nothing to remove there. I don't think there's anything to remove there.
You need to remove like going on.
So one there.
Yeah.
Okay, you can remove it. But there's a space. You need to create space. So press enter now. Exactly. Pick the second one. So we can sign Azure, see Azure ni kò rí subscription income. So now do up arrow key. Do it once again. Now set subscription. Press enter now. What's it saying? Please provide the valid tenant ID subscription. Are you sure? Are you sure you're running this thing as an administrator?
I did.
Let's try again. So run as administrator. Okay, so just do EZ, do connect EZ account. Just do alt tab. We are going to be in para, so you don't need to just use alt tab. Alt tab.
Alt tab.
Yes, you have to use your two hands now when you are doing troubleshooting. So right click and paste. Alt tab. You are going to the blue interface here. So right click and paste. So the budget be one thing. Adjust subscription 1. The budget be one thing.
I know what happened. I did not use PowerShell.
Yeah?
I did not use Windows PowerShell.
To clear one.
I use this. But that really last one.
Okay, let's go ahead. At least about you build you master you know how to handle this. So now go and set it in context. So now,
I said, I think I'm in now.
Yeah, you are in. So now we want to get the information. About your DNS zone. Notice the name server and number of records. So now, what you said, you can just go get it.
Name shots.
No, as a copy, I just telling you. Okay, don't worry. Let me copy. Let me do it for you.
I know where it is.
There is better. So that come on for an issue to move in low for just remember. You have to run the script and see the formatting you through that. If you waste time.
Hold on.
As I read the most sense instance.
We'll create another one assignment for YORUBA.
As a screenshot will be noted in the top.
When they get my screenshots.
Diagram will get one screenshot. Post and see.
Okay,
so now look for, just scroll down DNS. So after that record, they say, hey, optional use PowerShell to view DNS. So copy gun. Script here, copy.
Script you want to copy. Oh, script the one now, Abi.
Yeah, copy. So let me just do it for now. Let me just so pass your Azure portal. You need to give me some information.
This script.
No, don't worry, I'll send you. My last information from get is DNS name. Internet.com. So your own is akimakesta.internet. Just hold on like that.
.com.
Let me try it here. Okay. MC. Let's start. Internet.com. The resource group ó lẹ́wà.
Training Molo.
Go to, I need to see it the way you wrote it.
You want to see it? Only.
Is it a smaller training?
Yeah.
Let me spell what is there. C-R-A. Let me spell what is there.
TRAIN ING RG.
Everything is small letter, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so go back to the charts. Let's send this. You should be able to run that. Right click and paste. So should we DNS create events? I don't call you.
No. Manchester.com. .com.net.org.info.
Okay, so the next one will be you need to get information about your DNS record set. About DNS record. Select. DNS record.
Yes, sir.
The next one is to get the DNS on record set. That's create. You don't see record set. Create. Comments, I'll send it to you. Okay. Okay, so check it now.
Okay.
What do you see?
Wow.
Then record set. Remember the one you created, which is record type A. So can you create which first to remember by default?
No, I need to buy any create.
So let's view your name servers. Your NS1, NS2, NS3. So go to the Azure portal, verify your name servers. Just click your Azure portal, verify those name servers. The DNS zones, right? Ahead. Can you see your name servers there?
Yeah.
NS1-32 Azure DNS, NS2-32 Azure DNS. So coming. Okay, get DNS zones /name, backing orchestra.internet.com, resource group training RG, keep the name server record, get DNS record card, record type, NS. Okay. So check the chart. We run this in PowerShell. Let's copy and run.
Which one? Everything.
Yes, retrieve the Azure information here. I like this from there.
They all receive.
Yes, just copy like that. Scroll down, press enter. No, just press enter. Just right click and paste.
No question.
Yeah, it's a copy.
Paste.
Notes in there. Go to your notepad. Go to your notepad. You can paste this notepad. Then. Your normal notepad, not well, you can paste it here. So.
Look for the man space and on.
Yeah, but it's better.
Something is wrong. Oh.
Yeah,
Not
you're
paste.
yet to copy it now. Yeah, it's a copy it.
What you
Just
copy?
copy. Use Control C to copy when you highlight. Do Control V. So it's paste you coming more. That's why I told you to find issue.
Yeah, but this is, I don't know. The name is not even here.
Yeah, that's the
Wait.
issue, at least.
Am I copying from akimatestainternet.com or from Get
From
or
get,
Retrieve?
you are starting from retrieve the zone information. That hashtag. It's already copied. Just do Control C, go to that notepad, let's see. So you already have it.
See,
Do Control
it's
Z.
already, that's why it's copying, that's why it's not going.
Do Control Z. Just do Control Z. Do Control Z again. So I lost okay, the first line. Remove the first line. That 902 added dot. So now copy this one and go and run it.
Vanilla. Put the space. Just over. Space here. Ibi ìfẹ́ fi síbẹ̀ ni space yẹn ti máa ń ṣe ládàá ó máa ń ṣe oṣù ni.
Since there's a more now, I was adjust. Press enter. Press enter. Can remove the space in between. And since then you more well by you can be using this one and everything. No, the script in the issue. What's the error? Let's look at the error. I'm not really. What's this thing?
Okay. Name. A positional parameter cannot be found that accepts argument name at line 1 and
there's a dash. What you name here? Dash mawa before that the capital letter N. You understand? Go back to your. Go back to.
There's a dash there now.
There's a dash, but could dash here now? So your dash to make if you dash things. Okay, your full space. Okay, now put your dash in here. If dash thing was shorter, you dash to one below. Oh yeah, there's another name, Nisale, the last line. Oh yeah, she could name, your zone, you know, the dash. Oh yeah, could name, you know, there's a dash. Dash here go longer than normal dash. So he's not seeing it as a. So as she troubleshooting here, we'll come to IT.
At line 1, shot 6. Close.
There's an error. Yeah, copy near that. There's an error somewhere. There's an error. There's an error somewhere. Can you highlight and press Ctrl C? So press Ctrl C or press Ctrl C on your computer. So now shift. Switch back to the PowerShell. Press enter here. Then right click and paste. So let's see the error. So get the first start kilo source.
Name. Phone. Unrecognized token source test.
You get it. This is fine.
Only at line 1, shot 26. Get a name at record type, genus, zone,
Go back to
the zone.
Back to the note. Go back to the notes. Sherry, we don't call arts here. You are apostrophe okay. They are always an issue each time. We'll copy. And switch. You know what? Copy everything I sent to me about chat. No, plus the error.
Okay.
Repash, let him copy my copy. So start from the script that's run down to the red line error. Let's run. Okay, let's run. Retrieve the information. Okay, let's run. That's where you started from.
Everything like this.
Can you go to the last, which is retrieve the information.
Did we get any? Okay,
no, sir.
Okay.
Copy the script plus the error. Yes. Copy it with your PS Windows System 32.
I should copy everything.
Yeah, start from there and copy. No, now copy that Windows /32. Copy more. Good. So that when you copy like that, the system that can check error is a partial script that you have already run. Okay, I'm calling. Let me check. No, I haven't done it. So I'm going to send the script through that. You don't want download setting error.
I'm so bad now. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ látàrọ̀. Ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Bí a kẹ́ máa start because mo suspect orúkọ láti. Okay, mo copy I copy the Ogo I copy right. But this one we copy to the shape send. And here too.
Let's try this one. So a copy right? Do Control C. Click. Just highlight, press Control C. Then to use your keyboard. Do Control C. Then go to where you want to paste. It's giving more error.
Line 1 sharp 38.
Error, Go to your ChatGPT, paste it there. Go to your ChatGPT. About to send as a woman that processing. That's just paste. Yeah, run. Yes, sir. Don't paste again now. I don't see paste this again. And then provide the script. Ah, I will be really low. Scroll up a little. So we only need copy from retrieve the zone information from there down. Copy and lie down. So do Control C. Don't click. Do Control C. Press your Control C. No. No. Where is it? Provide the resource group now. I need to para. Sorry, charges. See. Okay. Akim Orchestra. Because the one there. A drag your segment in resource group name to from. Okay. So now go and run it. Yeah, go run. Don't know why. Let's see, run. Let's see. Press enter.
Look, one.
The issue is the formatting. Formatting. I have to send you via that in the number because formatting. I get there. So rather be doing the correction from your end there instead of from my end. Okay.
So what do share lele? Mumbo. I think I saw something.
What did you see?
Retrieve name, record. So, eléyìí karùn-ún ni. Wọ́n actually display the name and server records. Only retrieve zone, retrieve the name server record, and then display the name server record.
So wow, they could display.
So now we go display.
So what does you display anything last year? To update the script.
Yeah. What was?
The name server for the zone. So LOC Azure Portal. I need the name server.
No. I'm not going to give you trash. Kí lẹ sọ?
Lára àwọn name server yìí sìn. Copy and send one. Okay. Copy what I sent to you. Go and update the name server.
Kí lẹ sọ? Ó break láàrin ọ̀nà.
I sent something to you now. So copy
Okay.
it. You want to do a business lookup. So gbé lọ sínú notes. You now update if you talk name server. See. So you know where the name server is. So go and look for name server around the display or lead new Azure portal. So there are 4 name servers, so you can just copy. You are not going anywhere. Scroll up, but that's okay. Name server name server 1, name server 2. So in front of .com, you can press copy. You can do .com, .net, .org. So you watch one after the other. So at least. So I'm going to your notes. So now I paste it. Remove the background.
Remove arrow here.
Yes, now I don't want anything back.
You do show me better, I mean.
What you just do, you can copy and paste this one. Watch it on there. It will run. Or you can call it on delay. It will copy the one. And make sure that this one will run first. Meanwhile. What's the run now?
In a t-shirt. To paste. What you know?
It's the IP address.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah.
Which means that link now, which is a rep.
Hello, me broke that song.
So a record.akimakesta.internet.com is same thing as 1, 2, 3, 4 as an IP address.
Oh, okay. You see what she gave me?
Yeah, that's she mean. No, now Makoko. Yeah, if your .com go back, could .net or Gmail. Okay, if the next one. No, if you go on website, it's loading.
Wow. Ewo le tó ní feed yìí, kí ni ìtumọ̀? Ọ̀pọ̀ náà ní feed.
Ó ní feed àbí? Kíní nìyẹn IP6 address náà.
About security ayé. Oh, good. Ó le o.
Pẹ̀lẹ́ má jù rẹ̀. Jẹ́ ti ṣe mẹ́rin mẹ́rin.
Njoerin.com.net.info.org.
So yẹ wá padà lọ sí orí DNS zone yẹn lórí Azure portal. Fáàkùn yìí gan ni first person tí máa fi ara balẹ̀ kọ́ ní ìgbà.
Àánú ojú ni òun jẹ́ kí wọ́n tọwọ́ bọ́jú.
Ilé ìtẹ̀sọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Gbàtẹ́lẹ̀ mi ni first person, àánú mi ló ṣe.
As in this thorough. As in to be this thorough. In fact, ìgbà tí àti òbí tà sọ̀rọ̀ earlier in the day, I was showing us something around storage. Because but don't you think by àwọn méjì náà ní ká máa kọ́ wọn. So me, I was not like, see, you can't understand this thing if you are learning Saturday and Sunday.
Kí ni mo ṣe o?
It is so. And I said that she now said, if you call him call, I want to storage here. He's like, don't come on, skip. Yeah, that's that. So is that thorough? This the so now under that ZNS hotel, select and click on metrics. Maybe your salary, you see it under monitoring. No, the other pane, the side pane. So yeah, this one can monitor all your metrics. So use the metric drop down to view different metrics that are available. Select query volume. Okay. Under the drop down, check query volume. The metrics here, you can see scope, metric namespace. Maybe metric namespace here, click on drop down. The second one, metric namespace. Okay, DNS on standard metric. Okay, so let's see under metrics. So under metrics now, click on query volume. Okay. So you have been using NS lookup. There should be query. If you better learn NS lookup, get that answer. Use the line chart drop down to observe the line chart area like blah blah blah. So okay. What's the pick query volume here? Maybe okay, MRE line charts. Maybe okay, MRE line charts. So use different ones like area, like bar charts. So and click on bar charts. A WASB Egbelon, maybe UTC plus 4 here. There's the yeah. Click on no. Click on that thing as if you want to move to the edge. Exactly. This is showing you the time value. You go NS lookup run like that .com, .ng, .info. You can change the bar chart. There's something else. Let's see. Scatter plot will not do. This other one. Change from scatter charts. No, not do. Choose the first one. As a line chart. Activity. Okay, so let's do a knowledge check.
What?
Knowledge check, as usual. We'll go to Teams. Let's do a knowledge check.
Where do I go?
I'm showing my screen so that you can see my screen. Let's do a knowledge check.
Oh, okay. Knowledge check. Hey, what does Azure DNS allow you to do? Manage and host your registered domain and associated records. Wait. Domain. Registering domain, removing the need to use a domain register. What does DNS do? Wow. Senior woman.
Sao, kí ló happen?
What does DNS do?
Can you get me my laptop? I can't see from here.
It might like that homo can go to sorry. I can't see what she's saying. Damn, Mama, move my laptop. Let me see. Oh, thank you, my love. Oh my God. DNS kọ́lẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tán ni kí ló dé wá ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ èmi.
Mo ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹni pé kájọ ṣe kájọ gbòdò àti kájọ pass.
Àwọn wo ni kọ́ ní sọ? Kájíjọ pàṣẹ. Ìtọ́jú ìjọba pé fún wa ni.
I think the answer is
Where is
remove
it?
the need to know.
Wait. Mom, where are you to buy this cereal? Mom.
I'm getting good at now.
The answer is manage.
You know what DNS is? Oh. How did you know what DNS is?
Actually, I don't. Sorry. I just went to this tab and I read it.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
Yeah, but I want something pink. I want something like that. A really nice, fluffy one.
Oh, fluffy.
Yeah,
Don't you like white?
I think the answer should be A. Manage the security and access to your website. Manage and host your registered domain name and associated records.
Maybe.
Oh, them going at the junction.
That was a buzzkill. It's literally buzzkill. Why y'all buzzkilling, guys? Come on.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, more.
Manage the security and access to your website.
Tibet me to
ṣé
Jasmine.
nǹkan tẹ́ ṣe látàárọ̀ ó jọ mọ́ security ẹ wò nǹkan tẹ́ ṣe
But they should DNS of any access into our website.
Ah,
The answer should be age. Let me see. Thank you. Which one? Oh, hey, you see this fluffy one? But I'm
have you
thinking
considered the other two options?
Manage. Yeah, we know that we
Manage-
use it to manage registered new domain names, removing the need to use a domain registrar. Manage and host your registered domain and associated.
Maybe you need to use the domain register. Manage and post your registered domain and associated records.
Why are you now picking A? Because when you know your DNS means domain name services, why are you picking H?
Because without DNS, you cannot without DNS, you cannot talk to your web server now. Your website.
Domain.
And even it allows you what's it called? We us to access our website as well. So that was what I was thinking.
Domain is IP address.
No, my laptop is about to die.
Website will have access. But remember when I did this thing, you told me that these are the websites I've gone to.
What should I keep saying?
Jasmine. Which way? I didn't tell you. Which website? Website will let access.
When I did it on the
So we should say register new domain names.
Access.
What does your
Jasmine put this back on?
You done?
Me,
come
I
at
would say manage
come at
security and access to- Hold on. This thing is kind of I think it's manage and post your registered domain and associate records. C is the answer.
Why do you change your mind? Why do you change your mind?
Why what?
Why did you change your mind?
Why did I say my mind?
Mm.
Because we did associated records as well.
So you knew that you are picking security. See, your DNS allows you to host your registered domain and then control and configure your domain record. The domain record you did was the associated one that she was A.
I remember now.
And also security. I don't call it website will access. It's okay. I was just telling you about the link. You know that URL, which is arecord.akimakesta.internet.com. That's a domain, like a domain name. It's not a website. It's a domain name. It's like the name of your hotel. It does not mean somebody. It does not mean they have built the hotel. Yeah, next one.
What type of DNS record should you create to map a single domain? To map A or A.
It's the reason why, because you created it yourself. Do you understand now?
Yeah.
And I explained to you. Which one left my map IP4? We left my map IP6.
IP6 ní C name.
Okukunle.
What do you say?
From your answer, which one maps IP4, which one map IP6?
A map IP4, A map IP6.
Ilé wa wá lọ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ sí ni. Ṣàtẹ̀ ìṣòro sí ni rárá lẹ́nu.
Yeah. Ó ti rẹ̀ ọpọlọ bàbá.
That's why I need to force you to know it, to understand it. So the last one.
To perform as though doing my different task, you must be a global administrator.
You see now, I see how you.
You know, simple to go.
If I be expect more domain. But meanwhile, like I told you, network no lead you. You understand? And once you are able to raise your network, it helps you. So in our next class, we would start lab because I live in a lab, right? This is 3 in Nigeria. In our next class, so we start start our lab. So which means in the lab now, this is what we're going to be doing in the lab. We're going to be creating subnets. You create a virtual network, you create subnets, you creating DNS, you have DNS zone, right? You create IP address, create NSG. It's a event. So maybe screenshot this. The only of we are starting from here tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, really, a screenshot again. Now we know we are starting from here tomorrow. So,
My screenshot is called which one?
Screenshot.
Well, there are no more screenshots. Let me see if it's the same. Yeah, I'm screenshot. That's 5. Day 6. What's my name? That's Mefa.
6 stars, Sabi.
Oh. What's up? I don't have your. That's water.